Welcome guys to this awesome training today that may well be the catalyst to changing your life. We take a stand for you and what's possible because life's too short to be living on the sidelines and suffering in silence. So welcome, get yourself comfortable and let's kick this off. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 key strategies that I've used in my own life to kick my cravings to the curb and to create a happy life. A healthy life, so that's what we're going to dedicate the next hour for. So who's this training really for? It's for men and women who want to reduce their alcohol habits or are drinking alcoholic and want to quit completely. So if that's you, you're in the right place. Okay, so a couple of housekeeping things to note, guys. Give this training your full attention. So put your phone on silent, shut down your devices and close your internet browser because those things can wait. But your happiness and your wellness can wait no more. And of course, open your mind. So who is Beyond Booze? Well, that's me, Derek. I'm the guy on the left there and co-creator of Beyond Booze. I'm a reformed alcoholic, your sobriety specialist, a first-class hubby and a damn fine dad. And with me here is Serena, now my wife, transformational coach. Actually, she's my high-fiving wife, I should say. And she's your chief clarity expert. So my story. I'm a reformed alcoholic with the best part of 10 years dedicated to boozing to the point where it nearly killed me in 2009. To the outside world, it wouldn't have appeared that I had any reason to drink. I had a successful business, a beautiful home with my then wife, a beautiful, amazing little toddler son, an amazing social life, but behind the scenes, the marriage and personal life were war zones. In fact, every part of my life was beyond stress and in real trouble. An average day back then looked a little like this. I'd pass out around 11 p.m. most nights, but I'd get up at 5 in the morning with a triple vodka eye-opener with coffee shop chasers. I was sinking around 2 bottles of vodka a day just to settle my nerves. That's about 1.5 litres. I was on the boozing bullet express of addiction, a full-functioning alcoholic, self-medicating my sanity away. Now, I was really stealth about my alcohol abuse, and to say stealth is an understatement. 24/7, I was fighting my inner demons, giving up and failing every single day. The fear, shame, and stigma it came with led me to simply not caring. But here's the thing, there is hope in all the darkness, and when you're motivated to recover like I was, miracles do happen, and they did. So briefly, here's what happened. In early 2009, I landed in a hospital emergency ward with acute pancreatitis from alcohol abuse. I was on life support and given a 20% chance of survival. They call it divine intervention, but I dodged a bullet and I vowed never to drink again. Doctors at the time said if I did drink, it could be fatal. Post ICU hospital were months and months of costly medical bills. And one of the things I didn't do is I never dealt with the real underlying triggers. I became withdrawn, anxious, depressed, and the only way I could half function was now on a cocktail of heavy-duty anxiety medications. The stuff that zones you out really big time. You're there, but you're not there. So yep, you guessed it, it wasn't the alcohol now. It was the mind-altering tranquilizers in the house. The lights were on, but no one was home. At the same time, I brushed aside all other interventional routes. I didn't really want any part of it. I didn't think it was relevant to me, to my big little story. I had the broken record of denial playing out loud and large with the #1 hit song, This Monster's Tamed and I'll Never Drink Again. And we've all heard that one. And I did good with the drinking. I did good for a while, no drinky poos for over 2.5 years. And, the pain around alcohol was mega huge. I had a toddler son looking at a bleak future without me in it if I drank again. Fast forward to 2010, I cleaned the slate, I got divorced, moved to a new city, with little more than my son and a burning desire to make a new life. For the first time in years, I felt a real sense of freedom and really limitless. But after 3 weeks on the up, call it fate or the karma bus, but a medical neck manipulation went sideways and caused a permanent spinal disability. That was the prize. And then there was a 5-year, really tough legal battle which seemed to swallow that dream. I spent the best part of 2011 in bed and dosed to the eyeball with benzos, endone and anxiety meds. By late 2011, guess what? I'd relapsed. I couldn't work. There was no purpose. I was in a whole lot of pain. I was alone and a toddler son by my side expecting the world. But I just knew alcohol wasn't the answer, and I started on a journey of self-discovery. I finally reached out and I sought emotional help. It was the turning point for me. I found modern yoga. I got into meditation. I started reading books on spirituality, life purpose and well-being. Along the way, I became part of a new, thriving yoga community. There was joy. I was full of connection, and I even found romance. I boogied with the online dating. I chomped into nutrition and well-being. I was ready to live an awesome life again. I even met and married my soulmate in 2012. So again, things were on the up, right? Well, behind it all, I walked with a very dark shadow. Was still drinking secretly, hiding it from everyone. For the next 4.5 years, I continued on the hamster wheel of on again, off again alcohol abuse, behind the back of even my new wife. I mean, the shame and the guilt was overwhelming. Then mid-2016, boom, kaboom. The cornerstone in this final turning point to actually getting clear of alcohol once and for all. I went and got full blood tests and a full medical checkup, and the results of the tests were really bad. I mean, one of the tests were my liver levels, which is where you can see what's going on, was 16 times over its red line limit and halfway to the levels that saw me nearly die in 2009. So I was really struggling again. So what followed? An acceptance that I'm an alcoholic, but that I can also overcome it and completely with the right tools and support. I made a critical decision. There was no more hiding the truth from the ones that mattered most. Firstly myself, and then my wife. So I fessed up, and I took some really big action. I took a deep look inside, deeper than I'd ever been before. I had some tough conversations with my wife, tough action-based conversations with her, also with my coach, and we put together actionable plans with my personal coach, and a willingness to seek external psychological help. And I joined an addiction therapy group. I hired a personal trainer as well. Now, these are really critical things. What changed this time? Why so different? What's so different? I started really joining the dots and taking a hard look at what was working. And I realized it wasn't one specific thing. It wasn't just focusing on the mindset work or nutrition or the movement. It was in fact the systematic and the collective approach of the emotional, of the spiritual and physical transformation over these 4 years since the first relapse. And that was the final decision that created this sustainable, lasting bedrock for change. So today, I am openly abstinent from alcohol, and you may not believe it, I don't get cravings anymore. I can't say I don't get overly anxious at times, but I have great tools and support that do work, and I'm now sharing my journey and knowledge to help others just like you. Now, the blood numbers don't lie, and my blood scans and liver scans, they're 100% normal now. The roller coaster of disappointments and consequences of drinking and what that meant for the future of us as a family, they're gone. There's no more shame. I've reconciled and made peace with the past. That's something you just got to do. I know exactly how my body is traveling inside and out, and I'm healthier than I've been in over 2 decades. There's a deeper connection with my wife than ever, and of course I'm a proud role model for my son to look up to with a bright future. And I have a strong sense of empathy, gratitude and purpose and connection around the legacy that Beyond Booze is creating and will create. So happy? Yes. Fit and healthy? Absolutely. Connected with myself, friends and community? You bet. Addicted? For sure, to a lifestyle beyond booze. And this is what we are going to help you towards today.
So here's what we're going to be covering in this training. First of all, why most people who start with good intentions of quitting or cutting back still end up failing, and what you can do to get and remain sober. The value of a complete and holistic system to ditch the booze and get addicted to life. We're going to show you our ultimate sobriety system that you can start today with our help. And how you can overcome the triggers, curb the cravings, and learn how to be sober. But first of all, it's gut check time, guys. I have some serious questions I want you to ask yourself. Are you drinking too heavily socially or in private and want to cut back? Are you drinking heavily continuously and want to quit? Is drinking affecting your relationships and or work? Are you sneaking a drink on the side and keeping a secret from everybody, even your partner or family? Have you had a wake-up call in the form of a health scare or a run-in with the law perhaps, or perhaps with your boss? What's the cost? What price will you pay if you continue to drink? What will happen if you don't get real, find support, and reduce or stop your alcohol consumption? On the other hand, what would it feel like to have no cravings? What would it feel like to be in control of your habits and to live a happily sober lifestyle? How would that make you feel?
As you could hear, I had every reason to drink. I could have absolutely created a powerful story why my life was too hard. Divorced, single parent, receiving a permanent neck injury and being told I could never run my business again, and in constant pain. So, if it's possible for me, it is absolutely possible for you. Would you like to know how I did it? Well, that's what I want to show you today. I want to show you my ultimate sobriety system, the key pillars of overcoming addiction based on my personal experience, and us together having invested tens of thousands of dollars into personal coaching, private counselling, learning about human behaviour, medical advice, nutritional therapy, and more. These five pillars I'm about to share with you are exactly what helped me quit alcohol for good and reclaim a pretty awesome life today. This is what I did and what has made all the difference to those dark days of 2009 right to now. But first I want to discuss with you, why is it that most people fail? Why is it that most people who start with good intentions of quitting or cutting back still end up failing? Why they fail, and what you can do to remain sober. First of all, lack of support and connection with people who understand you, and more importantly, people who can be open and honest about this with you. And I would also add, with people who can also be open and honest with you about this, and can tell you the truth, keep you accountable, and instead of tell you what they think and what you want to hear. So not having the right support is a big reason for failing. Not being in charge of your thoughts and emotions. That negative self-talk and crazy mental chatter that you can't escape. We've all been there, and this often can be the most catastrophic part of alcohol's grip. You say, do, and behave in frightening and sometimes violent ways that just make no sense. Not understanding what alcohol is really doing to your body, which is the permanent damage and disease, the memory loss, the fogginess, the aging of your skin and your body, and it goes on. The poor lifestyle habits. This is poor food choices, little or no exercise, stress, lack of sleep. The modern life can be grueling to our body and the nervous system. And I was there working 70, sometimes 80-hour weeks, being the sole breadwinner for my family, and I was struggling with no tools at the time other than alcohol. Not processing the real cause of your addiction. This, in my mind, is the biggest issue with some recovery groups, that there isn't enough sharpshooting and getting real about the root causes of your addiction. And what that means is that everything you try is just a band-aid. We need to get to the core of this. Missing life purpose, missing connection, and missing meaning, and not having any vision. This for me was huge. It was totally about keeping up with the Joneses, having the latest toys, working the crazy hours like some sort of badge of honour, just to maintain that income. I had no idea what my long-term goals or aspirations were. I was in an unhealthy marriage. I didn't have good connection even with my own family, and the list goes on. I trust a lot of this is sort of resonating with you. Well, as I said, you are in the right place, because today is my personal mission to help you break free from the shackles of life as an alcoholic or a binge drinker, or you're drinking really heavily, whatever you want to call it, and create that better life with more meaning, more joy, happiness, and connection.
And with that, let's look at the 5 steps to killing the cravings. Step number 1 is get support. We all know addiction is a lonely place. You drink alone, you feed your addiction alone, and the world becomes small. That was true for Derek, and my belief is that you're resonating with this. Hiding is where your disease loves to live and thrive. It's time to do something different. So first of all, begin by celebrating you are actually listening to this training right now. You are desiring a change. You're desiring life. Many don't even make it here. I want to tell you, you do not have to do this alone. There are so many others just like you that are tired of being led around by the booze bull. You deserve better, and you deserve to have a sober life. In order to achieve that, you need to stop running away from it and alone. So the first step is get support. You must connect with people who understand and inspire you on how to do this, and who can show you the way from addiction to sobriety. You cannot do this in hiding, because hiding is where your addiction thrives. So you must have in your life people who have done this, who've been in your shoes and come through to the other side. And you need to make sure you have someone who is prepared to be honest but non-judgmental with you. A real friend who gets you and has compassion, but is prepared to call it as it is and tell you the truth. Just think about this for a moment and check in. Do you have this person in your life?
Recovery step number 2. Learn how to manage your triggers. Craving for alcohol for me were like panic attacks. I'd do anything to suppress the constant monkey mind. You can't concentrate at all, you can't relax, and you're as anxious as hell, pacing around the house. Time stands still until you get your fix, which is only ever short-lived. The mental noise was always there, your hands shaking until you get your drink in your system. Even before, before you open the bottle, your hands are shaking. And it's only ever suppressed for a short period of time. It's like playing ball with a dog with OCD. The dog never gets tired. So this is the evil, this is the devil that we need to learn to fight and combat. I'm not promising it's easy, as nothing worth having in life really is. But it is absolutely possible. I know, and I absolutely today that I have no cravings. Here's what I also know. Addiction in most simple form, it is reaction to our needs, repeated over and over and over, leading us to believe that we can no longer live without the reaction, the habit to drink. This is a lie. We can retrain the brain and our body out of cravings and the triggers that make us drink. There are fantastic, practical tools that help us get to the core of your addiction, so that we can break these old crappy patterns, learn to manage our emotions, our nervous system, our bodies, and no longer have the need to run and escape. This is the work that was most powerful for me. I suddenly had choices other than alcohol, and ones that worked. Ways that would actually help me manage my triggers and my cravings. That's when I started to heal.
So choices and options are a good thing. And here's a really cool fact. Most traditional addiction treatments protocols have just 20 to 30% success rate in the first 3 to 12 months, and it drops as low as 3 to 5% for 5 years. Treatment protocols that have a high emphasis on nutrients is as high as 80% for 12 months and beyond. Now, this, for example, is something that is completely in your control, how you fuel your body. So that's why our recovery step 3 is you've got to supercharge your nutrition, how you fuel your body. But here's what I want you to know. Alcohol creates damage to the tissues in your body and interferes with how your nervous system functions. And your brain, your nervous system, and your emotions, they are all 100% connected. In fact, you may have heard, or you may not have heard, but our gut is today widely referred to as the second brain because it contains some 100 million neurons which are our brain cells. So there is more than in either the spinal cord or the peripheral nervous system. And our gut, it in fact, for example, produces most of our serotonin, which is the happy hormone. So when you are drinking excessively, and let's face it, eating poorly, these go hand in hand, the central nervous system chemistry and how it functions, it becomes altered and damaged. So our daily nutrition, what we consume, directly affects our brain health and how it can function, and ultimately how you function and how you can get, whether you can or cannot get charge of that booze ball. So why is this important to know for recovery? Well, as I just said, the body works as a whole. When things are out of balance, such as nutrient levels, hormones, and blood sugar, for example, it can keep your brain physically addicted to substances. It can make the withdrawal period worse, and it can keep you in a mentally or emotionally bad place. Nutrition is a huge element to recovery because when nutrient levels are restored, the body can be then supported to heal. It can restore the right chemical balance in the brain and the body, and it no longer is in the addictive cycle. I have seen this with Derek firsthand, and he must have spent hundreds, possibly thousands of hours researching this and testing this out for himself to come to know what works and what doesn't. And really to know that you cannot skip this step.
Another key tool for me in getting sustainably sober is moving and fitness, looking after the body that we live in. If you wreck the house, where are you going to live? Developing a consistent exercise routine as a new healthy habit significantly benefits both your emotional and your physical well-being. And pictures don't lie, and neither does a big fat Teletubby belly. On this slide, the sitting picture is me getting paparazzi'd, I like to think, back in March of 2016. And to the left is me with my trainer in May of 2017, some 10 months later, some 10 kilos lighter and fitter than I've been in 20 years. This brings me to recovery step number 4. And that's why getting moving is so important. I've really learned how rebuilding through physical activity helped me overcome my addictive patterns, reduce my cravings, and increase my serotonin, dopamine levels, and the endorphins, and those natural feel-good highs. It's even given me a new focus, another new community to hang out with, lots of clarity, healthy new habits, and better sleep routines. The benefits really are endless, and in terms of cold hard stats, the report card on regular physical activity hasn't really changed much in decades. But in case you missed it, regular exercise helps you deal with stress and anxiety and depression and improve your emotional well-being and self-esteem through the brain's reward system. So this has been a key in the recovery step for me, and one not to be underestimated.
Recovery step 5 is creating purpose and happiness. Learn how to find new meaning in life and get addicted to life beyond booze. Life without meaning is like waiting for death to happen in slow motion. But how often do you even give this any time and space? What the majority of the population is not even aware of is our connection to higher purpose. Why are you here? Why were you put on this planet? What is something that you are here to be or do for yourself and for others? And this is the big question, and it can feel really overwhelming, which is why so many people avoid it. But just think back to a time in the past where you thought, this is what life is about. What were you doing? What were you seeing? What were you feeling? Who were you with? This helps to start you get connected to your values, the things that actually drive you and are important to you, and the things without which you are going to be unhappy. When was the last time you did something for yourself is another key question. It's time to start investing in the things that you enjoy. How many things do you do in life that you love or even enjoy versus the shoulds? The shoulds according to your parents, according to your friends, according to society's expectations, the things that make you unhappy. And do you actually know what gives you joy? Most people don't. They just know what they don't want. And to overcome addiction to alcohol, you need to learn to find new meaning and purpose that's bigger than your reason to drink. So just imagine waking up feeling calm and without withdrawal symptoms, not having to hide or lie to your friends and loved ones, having more energy to spend with your partner and kids, feeling healthy, knowing you're no longer destroying your liver or brain and shortening your life, having money to invest in your life and well-being, sleeping through the night, and performing at work and not feeling afraid that you'll get found out.
Now, it doesn't have to feel so hard. Excuse me. You can get sober despite the current overwhelm. It's okay. I get you. I know what it's like to be at rock bottom and pull through the other side, but it took me years of coaching, counselling, medical support, nutritional therapy and behavioural work to unlock the keys to lasting freedom from addiction. I don't want it to take you so long. I want to give you the keys to my ultimate sobriety system so you can unlock the secrets of a life beyond booze. You will access everything that I've learned, tested and proven to work in the pursuit of sobriety and purpose. I want to teach you exactly how I did it, the experts I worked with, the foods that healed, the mindset practices that reprogrammed my thoughts and emotions, the relaxation techniques that worked, how I found meaning in my life again so that you too can break free from addiction. So here's what one of my longtime mates had to say. And I never set out to seek any external validation or approval in this quest other than to myself. But it's really satisfying to get this sort of feedback too. So what he said was, I've known Derek for almost 20 years and in almost every state of mind. Today is the happiest and healthiest he has ever been, which I know is a direct result of him implementing all the skills and tools Derek and Serena teach in this fantastic program.
So let us ask you this. Do you think it's time to stop pretending, running and escaping from the cold hard fact that you indeed have a problem with booze? Letting addiction rob you of your family, your friends, your possessions, jobs, and ultimately your sanity. Would you say that it's time to take the booze bull by the horns and kick your addiction to the curb? Let us tell you how we can support you with all of this in our signature program to getting sober, Beyond Booze. Beyond Booze is an 8-week training program. It's your roadmap to recovery from addiction to alcohol. There is nothing like this on the market. This is totally unique and based on both Derek's personal experience and my training in human behavior psychology as a transformational coach. So here's how this works. What you get is, first you get 8 powerful training modules that you can access from the comfort of your own home. So this is online via your private membership site. This is where you find 8 addiction-specific training modules where we teach you all that Derek has done to get and remain sober. This will be done via video trainings, workbooks, checklists, planners, extra resources, and more. You also get access to a private members online community. You'll have your private online space to share your experience with others who are also on the path to busting through addiction. This is an incredible space for daily support, connection, inspiration, and learning from each other's experiences. And Derek and I will be there most days to support and guide you and answer your questions and offer support. So this is the hub for this program. And here's the cool thing. You can join completely anonymously and keep your privacy if you so choose to, and you still get to interact with us and other Beyond Booze tribe members. So that choice is yours, whether you want to join as yourself with your real name and profile picture, or whether you simply want to join under more of a nickname and keep your privacy. Yeah? Then you get fortnightly live calls with us. So yes, you actually get to jump on live group coaching calls with Derek and I from wherever you are in the world, and you get to talk to us and you get to ask your questions and you get to reach out for support. We can all collectively learn from others' questions, and if you can't make the call, you get to listen to the replay via your membership site. You can even send questions in. We get to answer those on the live calls, and you get to listen to the replay through your accessing the call recordings on your membership site. Now, you're not only going to be learning from us, we've also invited 4 industry experts to join us for fortnightly trainings. They'll be bringing their expertise to you from topics ranging from choosing treatment options to human behavior psychology, overcoming adversities in life, and avoiding relapse.
So here's what you'll learn. You'll learn to understand your addiction and learn our unique Beyond Booze sobriety system, how to overcome your triggers and patterns to beat the cravings, how to overcome and manage stress, depression and anxiety, and build pathways to heal past trauma. Discover how to create lasting change and ditch the bottle for good. How to use nutrition to make recovery easier and kickstart your healing process. And why movement and exercise are critical in recovery and in creating a booze-free lifestyle habits. We also teach you on how to find joy, purpose and meaning and fall in love with life beyond booze. And of course, how to prevent relapse and stay sober but not serious.
Okay, so let's have a look at week by week what you're going to learn. Week 1, the Essential Recovery Roadmap. In this first module, you learn about your addiction and start to take the booze bull by the horns. You learn what is addiction and how and why you are addicted. You learn to understand how stress, trauma, anxiety, and depression relate to your addiction. You'll get the Beyond Booze Recovery Roadmap revealed to you. You learn to understand how to tip the scales in favor of sobriety, and you learn the stages of change and reduce the likelihood of a relapse.
In week number 2, we get into decoding your addiction and change your destiny. This is where you'll discover the real reasons why we reach for alcohol and to learn how to reclaim your power over it. Why it is natural to run from the problem in active addiction. Why radical self-awareness is the first step to breaking free from the cycle of struggle. Addiction has regular patterns and you are not unique. So let's learn how to unravel the years of past conditioning that's kept you stuck and tools that will allow you to interrupt the pattern and begin to recover.
Week 3 is breaking the cravings. This week we'll focus on breaking negative patterns, managing cravings, and finding new lifestyle habits. You learn why your body is rebelling, how to listen to it, and know what support to reach out for. You learn how to recognize even subconscious triggers and become aware of destructive behaviors. You learn how to retrain your brain to be liberated from cravings. You learn tools that are portable and can be applied to respond to triggered cravings, and what to do when you want to throw in the towel.
In week 4, master the nutrition game. Why nurturing your body with the good stuff matters and a hangover-free lifestyle is fun. Why correct nutrition is going to make your recovery easier. Discover the effects that alcohol has created in your body. You'll learn how to support your body through withdrawal and detox and beyond, how to kickstart your healing process with essential nutrients, and how to implement a simple meal plan for superb health.
Week 5 is about getting addicted to life beyond booze. This is how you learn how to create lasting change and ditch the bottle for good. So you learn how to create simple yet powerful booze-free rituals to shape your sobriety, how to unlearn the negative self-talk and quieten the crazy mental chatter, how it's your beliefs that shaped your destiny and what actually to do about that, how to retrain your habits and actions to be the master over your addiction.
Week number 6, finding your movement mojo. Why exercise and fitness is your ticket to a natural high. Discover why physical activity is a key to curbing the cravings and staying sober. How regular exercise can help you deal with stress, anxiety and depression and improve your emotional well-being through the brain's reward system. How exercise increases your endorphins and provides a high that can combat cravings. And mindful movement hacks to calm your nervous system because body and health, breath affect your brain.
Week 7, going deeper within. You learn how to create the perfect cocktail for a rich and meaningful life. You learn why it's actually not about addiction, but connection and purpose. You'll begin to set new goals and find meaning and joy. This is very much about being sober, but not serious. We'll look at the art of practical mindfulness to calm your thoughts and emotions and create a compelling vision for your life beyond booze.
And finally, in week number 8, find your brilliant booze-free groove. In this final module, you'll learn how to prevent a relapse so that you can stay sober with more ease. We give you key tools to prevent the relapse, what to do, what happens if you do relapse, how to move from have to want to, tools and skills to know how to do life well, and why sobriety continues to get better over time.
Okay, so let's look at again what's included. You will get 8 powerful online learning modules specific to addiction. You will get a private 24/7 members forum, which is online, and as I said, you can join either with your real name or you can join anonymously. The choice is yours. You will get 4 live Q&A coaching calls with Derek and I. You will get 4 guest expert trainings, and we'll show you those in a moment. You will get the chance to tap into a cool community of men and women who get you, who don't judge you, and who you can share your recovery journey with 24/7. You get access to proven and tested tools, tips, resources, information, and experts to help you fall in love with life beyond booze. Here's another testimonial from one of our members. What I love about this program is that it encompasses the solid AA principles, and you've added in so much more to make it a completely holistic, realistic, and modern informed approach. My path over the past 12 years has involved a ton of personal development, spiritual seeking, different forms of exercise, dabbling in various diets, and the list goes on. But I didn't have an integrated program in my life that dealt specifically with my addiction, that gave me the possibilities that journeying with others on the same path brings. And this is what I believe is the absolute gift that Beyond Booze offers. So let's look at our guest expert trainings next,
which we're calling the Mojo Masters. So the first one is, our first guest expert is the Buttery Rehab Centre. And they're going to be talking about treating addiction and deciding what option is right for you. So choosing recovery over addiction takes courage, and sometimes it's hard to know which treatment options are right for you, from AA to counselling to group training to dayhab and residential rehab. There are countless treatment modalities that are highly effective at overcoming addiction. In this training with the Buttery, a rehab organisation located in Australia, they'll walk through the available options that are going to help facilitate the likelihood of recovery and why rehab may be the right choice for you.
Our next Mojo Master is Suzanne King, and Susie is actually Derek and my personal coach. She has been on this journey with us for several years, and we're just absolutely so thrilled to be able to bring you access to Susie, who doesn't work with private clients outside of this program. So we have a training with Susie on why we do what we do, getting right to the core. why we do what we do, learn about the 6 core human needs that drive human behavior and form the basis for every choice we make. We'll look at why someone behaves in a self-destructive way, even though it makes no logical sense, and how we can meet our needs in a more resourceful way. Understanding these primary or core needs helps us to unlock negative behavior patterns, reclaim our courage, and find success and happiness in life.
Then our next Mojo Master is Lisa Parks, Pocket Dynamo fitness guru, also my personal trainer. And she's going to cover a subject called How to Overcome Adversity and Truly Succeed in Life. After a serious car accident threatened to paralyse her, Lisa proved to both herself and doctors that a strong mind and body was all she needed to walk and thrive again. Lisa has since made it her life's work to bring health, wellness and fitness to people around the globe, offering clients total life solutions with a focus on wellness, fitness, fun and overall lifestyle changes. You'll learn about how Lisa uses the powerful combination of a positive mindset and self-belief that helped her overcome obstacles in life and continue to help her overcome obstacles in life. As Lisa says, everything in life is a chance to grow and change. Nothing happens in the comfort zone.
And our final Mojo Master is Grace Lichtenstein. And Grace's topic is the recovery paradigm, avoiding relapse. Addiction, like many other medical conditions, is considered a relapsing disease. Understanding the process of relapse helps more people become proactive in their recovery and reduce the likelihood of a relapse. With 17 years of conscious sobriety, Grace's message of personal accountability, learning to let go, and to live one day at a time has helped thousands of people ranging from native New Yorkers to native Alaskans and from the FBI to the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops live a life of satisfaction, wellness, and wholeness. And Grace is an award-winning international speaker and trainer and psychotherapist. And almost 20 years she's been working with individuals and corporate teams to improve their health and reduce their stress. And she has learned the core of her training and coaching approach in the rooms of AA because she is 17 years sober this year. So we're super excited to bring you our 4 Mojo Masters so that you don't only learn from us, but you get access to our own experts, people who Derek has worked with and I have worked with and we worked with as a couple to get to this incredible place that we are in today. So let's look at the total value of this program, and this is not what you are going to pay. So 8 weekly modules, which is worth $2,497. Your private members online community worth $997. Your live Q&A coaching calls with us worth $997. And your 4 guest expert trainings worth $697, which brings the total value to $5,188. And here's another testimonial from Darren on the Gold Coast in Australia. Beyond Booze is a well thought out program, and it's laid out right at the beginning. If you put in, you will get results. As with drinking, if you put as much effort into this life-changing program as you do to drink, your world will only get better and better, and in more than just sobriety, but nutrition, mindset, and health. Learning to get control of your life may just start here.
But what we've showed you is not everything you get. There's more. We also have 3 supercharged bonuses for you today to make this work that bit easier. The first one is our Beyond Booze prep module. You get to take an inventory of what's going on in your life so that you can start to move from your current spot to freedom. To conduct a health check and assess whether you're an abuser or an addict. To get clear on why you want to change and map out an action plan. To learn actions you can take to prepare yourself for getting sober. This is valued at $297. Bonus number 2 is Beyond Booze Home Detox Plan and Checklist. Now, I never went to rehab, but I came off booze at home several times, and there are certainly things you need to consider. So this bonus will give you the tools to orient you to manage coming off alcohol at home safely, and it's easier than you might think. This is valued at $197. Bonus number 3, this is my exact recovery supplementation program. This is a sneak peek into the exact supplements that were a major help in my acute recovery and also helped me to stay sober. This is valued at another $197. So let's recap this. You're going to get 8 weekly online modules valued at $2,497. Our private members community valued at $997. 4 live Q&A calls valued at $997. 4 guest expert trainings valued at $697. Bonus module 1, which is our prep module, that's valued at $297. Bonus module number 2, which is our home detox plan and checklist for $197. Bonus number 3 is my exact supplementation plan, which is $197. Bringing the total value to $5,879. But stay with us, because this is nothing like what you're going to be paying. In fact, it's a lot less. So I'd like to read you a testimonial from Carrie from Virginia in the US. She said, Beyond Booze is a fantastic dive into the gift of sobriety and how to get there. This is not a journey to be travelled alone. And Derek and Serena provide real, practical tools and support to allow those willing to succeed to learn about how to create a life beyond booze. So, niggling doubts. Now, I get you may have some doubts. What if I don't have anyone to talk to? I'm dreading the withdrawal symptoms. I don't know what the alternatives to drinking is. How do I fill the gap socially, emotionally? I'm afraid of telling my loved ones. I've tried to stop so many times. That's exactly why we've got you covered with our 21-day 100% money-back guarantee. But you need to show that you are committed and actually doing the work. You need to want to change and have made decisions to change. No program will help you if you don't want to change and you're not motivated to do it. All you have to do is just show us that you went through the first 3 modules, filled out the worksheets, implemented this training into your daily life. And if you still don't think this program is a good fit for you, then we have no problem refunding your money.
If all this did for you was get you clear on your why you want to stop drinking and be able to reach out to the relevant professional for support, would it be worth it? If all this did for you was provide a private tribe of people who don't judge, who understand you, and who can support your recovery journey, would it be worth it? If all this did for you was help you take the next step on your recovery journey towards total sobriety, would it be worth it?
What would it feel like to be in control of your drinking and have freedom from addiction, cravings, and the shame? What would that be worth to you? Priceless, right?
So today we have an exclusive webinar offer for you, which is the 8 powerful online learning modules valued at $2,497, private members community valued at $997, the live Q&A coaching calls with us $997, the guest expert trainings valued at $697, bonus number 1, which is our prep module, valued at $297, our bonus number 2, which is our home detox plan and checklist, valued at $197, and bonus number 3, Derek's exact supplementation plan, valued at $197, which is total value of $5,879, but you can get started right now for just $497 today. And here's another testimonial from Steve in California. A powerful concept and healing program for overcoming alcohol addiction. This program is easy to digest with lots of realistic solutions to help with alcohol addiction. It's presented in a logical and easy to understand language that helps an alcoholic address the issues that keep holding them back from a sober experience. I would highly recommend this to anyone wanting to make a lasting change and find better habits around their alcohol use.
So you have just two choices to make. One, do nothing, take no action, and continue to stay in the same place you're in today. And you know where that's going to lead you. Two, or make this small investment today. Join us and this supportive 24/7 community and access the powerful recovery tools that changed my life. Here's our offer to you again, today's exclusive webinar attendee only offer. Beyond Booze 8-week program with immediate access to your private membership, site content and our members forum for just $497. Click the button below this presentation to sign up or go to beyondboozeprogram.com. But right now you can get started by clicking the button below this presentation. So if you've had enough of the shame, the lies, the guilt, the isolation, depression and anxiety, poor relationships, poor health, wasting time, fear. Now I could go on, but isn't it time you do something differently? We'd love to help you get there. You can join us by clicking the button below. See you on the other side.